Ladies and
Gentlemen, welcome to the Fight Club Boxing and MMA show. This is Coach Food 2 coming to you live and in person. Coming to you, Little Crow. Cam is the Manning. Cam versus Manning for Super Bowl 50, that is. Did I call it earlier? I called Carolina winning fairly easily, and they did. I called New England to cover, which I got wrong, so I got to eat a Little Crow here. But I also said I was pulling for Manning, and don't kid yourself, Manning, statistically, Manning stood a very good chance of winning this game. If you look back at it, he was 2-1 in conference championships games against Brady coming into this, and now he's 3-1 against him. Manning was the man today. This is for Jacob. He's a national director of training for Fight Serve Boxing in May. He said, "Mom, I'll come on live and eat a Little Crow." I don't clash with Steve Reichel. I don't do that. We just, we're both part of Team MMA for life, and we're just not going to do our shows at the same time. He had a show on live earlier, so I'm not going to do one when he does one. That way everybody can hear him. And plain and simple, guys. Denver's defense won that game. That's how it boils. What it boiled down to. Manning he had a good game. Owen Daniels had 2 touchdowns all year, and had 2 in the game. In the first half. Marvelous, unbelievable. He come ready to go. Owen Daniels is a pretty good tight end. He was good. I think he was with the Ravens before he was real good. This guy knows his shit. Okay. He knows. He's a good tight end, and he's got one of the best of all time throwing the ball to him. And Peyton Manning stepped up today, and he played a hell of a game. Tom Brady was not Brady-esque, was he? Wasn't exactly the psycho Tom that Skip Bayless talks about. I hope you hear this, Skip, because he didn't impress me too much today. I'm not gonna lie, but that Denver defense damn sure did. They stepped to the plate. But look at the turnovers they created and stuff. They got to him and relentlessly put pressure on him. If you listen to my show earlier in the week on the breakdown of the conference championship games, I told him, I said that was the key to beating them, and that's exactly what they did. They put pressure on him without having to blitz a lot too, which was really impressive. And Cam is the Manning. It's Cam versus Manning for Super Bowl 50, guys, and I will do the breakdown on that, leading into it. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you who I think is going to win this game. Who I want to win this game is Peyton Manning. I'm not going to lie. Who's going to win this game, I think it's going to be different. I believe they are the truth. Everybody's underscored Carolina all year long. They're the truth. No doubt about it. These guys are the truth. They got it on both sides of the ball. Cam is one of them rare athletes that come along in the NFL that can make a difference. Truly make a difference. NFL's a team sport. Football's a team sport, and one man can't win, and no, one man can't win. It takes help all the way around. Don't get me wrong. His defense has to help him. Without a defense, he can score many damn points he wants to. And I'll give you a perfect example of that is Broncos versus Cowboys 3 years ago. All right, it was Peyton's first year in Denver, I think, and the final score in the bill 52-49, something like that. Dallas had no defense at all. Peyton scored at will. Romo scored at will. So you can put all the points on the board you want, but if your defense can't stop the other team none, you're doomed. And Carolina's defense come to the game today. They come to play. They shut down one of the top offenses in the game. They how many turnovers was Palmer responsible for? 6, 7, something like that? It's got embarrassing, guys. It was plumb embarrassing. If you're a Cardinals fan, I'm sorry. I hate it for you. I'm not a fan of none of either of the 4 teams that was left. If I'm a fan of any of them, I pull for any of them. It's the Panthers, okay? Because where I live, and I'm a Cowboys fan. Not ashamed to say I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Die hard, have been for years. And we didn't have a chance once Romo went down. Without that, we may have stood a shot. It's still say today that was a catch. Damn it, Des Bryant caught that ball against Green Bay last year. But that's irrelevant. I called that New England-Denver game a little wrong. I went off of thinking that what everybody else was thinking. There was a reason that the line was stretched out, Betting, Vegas made money today. That's for sure. Vegas made money today. They did not expect that Peyton Manning to show up. They didn't expect that defense to hold Brady to what he did. This was nothing like the game that they played earlier in the year whenever Peyton wasn't in it and Osweiler was, you know. And I've seen Arizona fans come on some of these Facebook pages and say, yeah, Brock should have been there and took his place. Well, no. Wrong. Don't. Let me tell you how experience is extremely valuable. Extremely valuable, and Peyton's got it. Pressure don't mean nothing to this man. He thrives under it. So does Tom Brady, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, they put so much pressure on him up front today that they had no running game at all. Nothing. I mean, I don't know how many yards they ended up. Could somebody give me the stats, total stats on my screen as far as how many yards ended up, Joy? I'd like to know, because I'm interested in finding out, because it was pitiful. And if I remember correctly, it was terrible. It was the worst damn thing I ever seen. It was embarrassing, if you ask me. And it's mind-boggling that game ended up like it did. Are y'all going to give me these stats or not? I mean, it all doesn't matter. I can do it without it. I know for a fact that Russian game was terrible. It was ridiculous. Plumb ridiculous on their part, you know. But that has to do a lot with the offensive line. He ain't had a good offensive line all year. He got sacked more this year than probably ever before, if I remember correctly. It seems like I was just, you know, it was a good game. Don't get me wrong, it was a pretty good game. That's for sure. I mean, I love the way it played out. I mean, New England was right in it to the end at 20-18. All they got to do is convert that 2-point conversion. How about that catch Gronk made there at the end? That was a good catch. I mean, that was just him fighting through the defense to make that catch, and that was pretty awesome. I like that. And I'm going to shout out to Jamie Lee Slater. She's a friend of mine on Facebook, and good friend. And she's a huge Broncos fan. So I posted earlier, you know, telling her, brag all you can. Brag while you can, because here come the Panthers. Here comes Cam. Brag while you can, because here comes Cam. I promise you, he's a difference maker, guys. There ain't very many difference makers in the NFL. Few and far between do they come along. The last one I can really remember that stood out and made a difference. And this guy was on defense was Deion Sanders. He shut down half of a damn field. Completely shut it down. Now, you talk about how good Richard Sherman is and Darrell Revis is, and guys like this is cornerbacks, and Nick Norman, the guy from, you know, Carolina, and so on and so forth. But Deion Sanders was a beast. I mean, he really was. Was he the greatest tackler in the world? No, he wasn't. There's no doubt. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Cowboys fan, but I mean, he made a difference. I'm going to tell you how big a difference he made. He goes to San Francisco, they win the Super Bowl. After Dallas had killed him 2 years in a row in a championship game. He goes to San Francisco to win a Super Bowl. Is it solely him they won a Super Bowl? No. I mean, there was other people involved in that too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I think Ken Norton had come over too. Junior, that is. I mean, this is a boxing MMA show normally, and we don't want to get too confused. One was a boxer, one was a football player. But as far as that goes, I mean, Deion didn't win that game so handily, but he shut down Michael Irvin when he needed to shut him down. He shut down Jerry Rice when he needed to shut him down, back when he was with the Falcons even. He come clear across the field. I never forget to get played. He come clear across the field from about 40 yards back and catches Rice before he gets to the end zone. I thought, my Lord, how fast is this guy? And then he turns around, flies to Pittsburgh, lands by helicopter, still second and third when everybody in the world knew what he was getting ready to do for the Atlanta Braves. All right? I mean, that's an athlete, man. Arguably the greatest athlete, pure athletic ability that the NFL, Major League Baseball, any of them ever seen. You know, he was a mega star. I mean, he really was. But that ain't what this is about. This is about congratulating Peyton Manning. Let's go out in style, buddy. You know, I mean, will I be pulling for him in Super Bowl 50? Probably nostalgically, yes, I will. Yes, I will. I'd like to see him go out like Elway. I never was an Elway fan, but I was, you know, the way he went out, you know, I was impressed. I was Terrell Davis because he had come from Georgia. So, you know, I was pulling for them there and that, and I hate the Falcons. I'm not a Falcons fan at all. Okay. that goes back a million years ago. Well, not a million years. I'm not quite that old yet, but hopefully I'll be. Anyway, it's a shout out for Peyton Manning and stepping up today. You done a hell of a job, Peyton. Cam, you do what you do. I mean, he was a beast today. He's a difference maker, man. He's a sole difference maker in the NFL, and that is just damn near impossible to be. Michael Vick was a hell of a football player, okay? He had the athletic ability like you would not believe. What he didn't have, the difference between him and Cam is size and arm strength. Not necessarily the length of how far he throw it, is to put it on a rope. Cam Newton throws it on a rope. All right, what I mean by that is he's putting it on the spot. Greg Olsen, his hands have to hurt every damn time he catches the ball. No wonder Ted Ginn Jr. dropped so many damn balls. Cam's throwing them at about 95 miles an hour, and that thread's coming to you. And them guys are looking at that cross on the end of that thread. You listen to guys like Chris Carter, some of them guys, and tell you how they want to see the ball coming in. All right, well, when Cam's throwing that, somebody's spinning so fast and coming so fast, you don't get a chance to see that. It ain't happening. I mean, Cam's got a shotgun. And I'm giving the guy a shout-out from Atlanta, Georgia, man. I mean, this guy is phenomenal. He's such a difference maker. He single-handedly took Auburn to a national championship. I'm kind of wondering in the back of my mind, what in the hell was Urban Meyer thinking to bench him behind Tebow? But then you say, hey, wait a minute. You know, Tebow, he was a Heisman winner. He won a national championship as a starter, sole starter. You know, they won that first one with, I think Chris Leak was the starter or something like that. But so you can't really argue against it. But hell, Cam Newton is an animal. I mean, he's superb. He really is. This guy, and he takes it all with grace. I'm impressed. He takes all of it. He ain't the best dresser in the world. Okay, Cam, I'll go ahead and tell you that. You're not the greatest dresser of all time. Some of the stuff I've seen you wear is just, woof, mind-boggling. But he had Bank of America Stadium rocking tonight. Ain't no doubt about it, and they should be rocking. They ought to be proud. And, I mean, this is a shout-out for the Carolina Panthers, and y'all had a hell of a year, man. We'll be right back in just a second, folks. We got a commercial we got to run. Good afternoon. How y'all doing, America? This is the Prophet. And you know what the Prophet says. The Prophet goes. And I'm here to tell y'all about a good deal from Xfinity.com. That's right, from Xfinity. $29.95 per month for Xfinity Internet with speeds up to 3 megabytes per second. Wow! That is amazing. That's fast. That's blazing fast, as a matter of fact. Fastest available internet service? Yes. Check. Satellite? No. Wow? No. Time Warner? No. 8 times faster in-home Wi-Fi speeds? Yes. Check. Wow? No. Time Warner? No. Satellite? No. How about millions of Wi-Fi hotspots available throughout the world? No. Check for Xfinity. Most on-demand TV shows and movies are on your own mobile devices? Check. That's right. Most live sports on TV? Check.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we're ready for the great two Prophet. Sideshow Boxing MMA show. Cam is the man. There ain't no doubt. He is the man today. And, I'm sorry, he is the man today. And Manning was the man today. Great game by both of them. They had a good game. I'm impressed here to eat a little crow because I called it the other way on, the AFC Championship. But hey, that's how it goes, right? You can't win them all. Going into this, I was almost perfect, and I'm a boxer and MMA specialist. That's what I am. But I mean, I love sports. Period. I really do, and I host this show for the Gamblers.